Hi everyone and welcome to another YouTube video. In this video I thought I'd show you how to list an item on Etsy. So this is just for someone starting an Etsy shop, just to kind of walk you through the process of how you do it and what each section on the listing bit means. So this is the shop manager and this is all my listings. So what you want to do is press add a listing and then you add your photos. So just add in as many as you want. So for this one, I'm just going to add these 3 photos. Try and take a relatively clear photo, well, as clear as possible. I'm not going to show you how to take photos. This is just like about how to list an item on Etsy. But anyway, so you pick the photos that you want, and I think you can upload videos as well, but I've never done that. Oh yeah, here's video. So I'm not going to show you how to do that because I've never actually done that before. But so here it will show you the first picture in this row will be the main picture that will be shown when people are scrolling through Etsy. It will be the picture that they see. And then here you can adjust the thumbnail so you can move it around. And so for example, I'm putting this in the center, just so it's nice and central. And then you can zoom in and out as well, and then save. So that will be the first picture that people see when they're scrolling through all the different listings on Etsy. And then scroll down and then title. So I try to put as many keywords in the title as possible. So for this piece, basically what I'm selling here is a hand-painted wooden keyring with a baby penguin on it. So I am going to title this piece hand-painted penguin chick wooden keyring. And then I like to add more than just that because it's just a bit short and you kind of want to put as many keywords as possible into the title, because that's what will help your listing come up in the Etsy search bar when people are searching for what they want. So I put a little dash like this, and then I'll put the next keyword or the next little thing I want to put. So I'm going to put penguin gift, then another dash, and then I'm going to put baby penguin keychain. So the keywords in this sort of wooden keyring, penguin, chick, baby penguin, gift, and keychain, because some people call a keyring a keychain. I call them a keyring, but quite a lot of people call it a keychain as well, so I've added that there. So sometimes my titles are a bit longer, sometimes they're shorter, but for this one I'm just going to stick with that because it's got a few of the keywords in the listing there. And then here it's who made it, so if another company made it or a member of your shop, but for me I made it completely myself. And then what is it? So is it a supply or a tool to make things, or is it a finished product? What's a finished product? And when did you make it? So if your items are made to order, then you can put made to order, and then all the like vintage dates. And then so I made this recently, 2020 to 2022, because I made it in 2022. And then category. So you can search what category you want it to be. So this is a keyring. So I'm just going to type in keyring. And then I'm going to go for this one, accessories, keychains and lanyards, and keychains. So that's what I'm going to go for. And then primary colour. So this is optional. You don't need to add this. I usually just put in the colours of the, ignore that. My phone. I usually just put in the main colours of that animal or what's on the keyring. So for example, this penguin is grey, and then for secondary colour I put white because it's a grey and white penguin. So I usually just put that in there, but you don't have to. And then length. So this keyring is 3.5 centimetres. So I just put that in there. Sustainability, that's optional, so if it's all recycled materials or anything like that, you can put that in there, but I don't do that. And then occasion, this is optional, so say like it's a Christmas item, you can put Christmas or birthday, bridal shower, divorce and breakup, engagement, housewarming. There's all these different categories. So if it's for a specific occasion, then you can put that there. And then celebration, so it'd be like Christmas, Easter, Halloween, all that kind of thing. So whatever it is, you can put that there as well. Then renewal options. So this will be how the when the listing's ended after however long it is it like 3 months or something? Once that time is up, will it automatically relist and you'll get charged the $20 or whatever it is in pounds. And then manual is it will just go into your expired listings and then you can renew it yourself. So I usually do that just in case I don't want to relist this listing after the 3 months is up if it hasn't sold, or yeah, whatever. I usually just put manual because it's easier. And then type. Is it a physical item, so an item that you physically send out to somebody, or is it a digital item, so it would be like a downloadable file, that kind of thing? So mine is a physical item that I will post out. And then description, I usually just put quite a short description, but as long as I make sure I've got just all the information that the customer potentially want to know. So I am just going to put, this is a hand-painted penguin chick wooden keyring. Oh, not chicken, penguin chick wooden keyring. And then I'm going to put size of wood pendant, 3.5 centimeters diameter. Just because you basically just want to put the size, what the product is, any detail, other details. So here I'm going to put that it's hand painted and it's coated with 2 layers of varnish to seal the design onto the wood. I'm just basically going to write that, and then that will be all in my description because I'm just going to keep it short, simple, but as long as I've got all the key points there that anyone would probably want to know. And say like I'm selling a greetings card or something like that, with a design on that I print onto the greetings card, and say like I do that design also on a mug and coaster. I will sometimes put, I also have mugs and coasters with this design on my Etsy store, please check them out if you'd like to, or something like that at the end. But this is just a one-off little hand-painted keyring, so I'm not going to put that. So that's my little short description. Yeah, I don't want to put too much just because people aren't going to sit there and read a massive loads of paragraphs about your item. So yeah, that's all they'd need to know really. And if they have any other questions, the customer would message you anyway. And then here, production partners. So on here I've got D Studio, Artist Gift Printing, Printed, Creative Forge. There's some companies that I sometimes use to print items onto, print my designs onto items that I'll then sell. But for this piece I haven't, I've literally just hand painted it on there. But if you have got someone else who's printed it for you or helped make it for you, then you would put that here, just so that Etsy knows that you haven't completely made it yourself. And then section, so this is the section on your shop. So these are the sections that I've got art prints, greetings cards, original art, key rings, mirrors, fridge magnets, and so on. So I would select key rings, and you can add them like on your list, your other listings. You can add them and then put that item into whatever category it falls into. So if someone's looking on your shop, they can click on key rings and then scroll through all the key rings you've got available, for example. And then tags here, this is optional, but this is what I think you should definitely fill in. You can add 13, it shows here you can add 13 tags, and I would say use them all up, even if you're not entirely sure, like as long as the tags are relevant, just add as many as you can, because that's how people will find your item in search as well as the title and all that. The tags are basically all the keywords. So I'm going to add, I'll show you what I'm going to add for this piece to give you an idea. So penguin gift, penguin ornament, spelled that wrong, let's redo that. penguin lover, penguin chick, baby penguin, penguin keyring, penguin keychain. God, looking at the word penguin now doesn't look like I've spelled it right because I've been typing it so many times. Wildlife keyring, wooden keyring, penguin pendant, penguin decoration, Christmas gift, just because it's around Christmas time I'll just add that in there, and bird keyring. So obviously if someone typed in bird keyring, they might not be looking for a penguin keyring, but yeah, just so that I've used up all 13 tags, I've typed in at least something. Materials, this bit is optional as well, but I usually just add in the main materials that I use to create this item. So I'm just going to put wood because it's a wooden keyring. Acrylic paint because that's the paint that I've used on it, and satin varnish because that's what I've used to make it. And then price, just put the price of the item, so this is £8. And then yeah, this you can put different prices for a different so different countries, but I just £8 for all. And quantity, you can put however many you've got in there, but I've only got one of this, so I'm just going to put one. That just keeps track of how many items you've got. So if you've got 4, just write 4 so that you won't oversell and you've always got them listed on there, kind of thing. This, nope, that's only if you've got one of these codes. They're for your use only. I don't do any of that, so that's fine. Variations, so this is if you've got different variations of this. So say for example this keyring came in 2 different sizes, I would then add the variations. I'd put size, and then you can tick prices vary for each size, quantities vary for each size, or the SKU, or I don't actually know what that stands for if I'm perfectly honest with you, but anyway, if that varies for each size. And then you can add the variation, add another variation, yes, you can add it in centimeters, and then you can add like 3 centimeters or whatever for the other sizes. So that's if you've just got different sizes, or if it comes in a different color, or like, so the same item but with a slight variation. Or yeah, if you've got a birthday card you're selling and it has an option to put a name on it, you can then add a variation to include the name or whatever, something like that. And then personalization, I've got it off for this listing, I'm going to keep it off, but you can turn it on, and then you could put, if the customer could add their name to it, you could put please type the name here that you would like on this item, or something like that. And if personalization is optional, you can tick that. And then here the character limits, so if you could only fit 9 characters onto the item, you would write 9, and so on. But I can't personalize this item, so I'm turning that off. And then delivery, I'm selecting this one, which is basically you can make your own delivery profiles. So for each item that looks similar or like cost that same amount to post. So for example, I've put wooden decorations, small and medium. So all my small and medium wooden decorations, so including this keyring, so it's like a small wooden decoration, it costs the same amount to send. So I'm going to just show you what I put for this delivery profile in particular. So I've called it, the title, wooden decorations, small and medium. So some of my other profiles are like keyrings, or but like a different type of keyring, not this type of keyring, be like a boxed keyring, or mugs, or art prints, or something like that. Country of origin, United Kingdom, because that's where I'm come from. Postcode, well, that's wrong, I need to change that, I don't live there anymore. Processing time, so this would be how long it takes you to dispatch the item. So I put 3 to 5 business days, but if I'm selling a personalized item, it would take me longer to make, so I usually put 1 to 2 weeks, because you can put custom range, and so then I'd put 1 to 2 weeks, for example, but I'm going to change that back to 3 to 5 days. and then delivery here, so you can add in how much you're going to charge delivery to each country. So for the United Kingdom, I charge £2, and if someone was to purchase 2 of that item, do they get charged more? So you could charge an extra £1 per item for delivery if it's going to cost you more for more than one item to send, or an extra 50p, or whatever it would cost. And then I've also put other countries, so I've put Australia, Canada, France, Greece, Ireland, Italy, New Zealand, Portugal, Spain, and United States. And then you just put in how much it will cost you to send it to that item here. And yeah, and also delivery service, so you could pick how you're going to send it. So is it going to be a tracked and signed package? Is it going to be standard or whatever? But I just put standard because I don't send my items tracked unless they're over a certain amount of money, because I feel like it just doesn't make it worth it otherwise. And it's very rare that I do get a parcel going missing, so I just find that works for me. And then delivery upgrades, you can add optional upgrades. So if the person wants the item for 1 day delivery, they get charged an extra 50p. And then for an international package, to upgrade to track delivery, it'd be an extra £5. So you can just give them the option if they want the item quicker, or if they want it to be sent tracked, then you've got them the option to pay extra to cover the costs to have it sent that way. So that's the option that I'm going to pick. And obviously for every different type of item, you can have different delivery profiles to select. So I've got like personalised items, greetings cards, small parcel, prints, free UK delivery, that's just in case I want to charge free delivery and that kind of thing. Tariff number, so this is for when, so I'm going to add it to this one. But yeah, so when you send to another country, this is how it works in the UK anyway, you have to add a tariff number. Not all countries will require this to be sent, won't always require to have one of these on the package, but some countries do. So I think countries in Europe now require it, I think. So I usually just put the tariff number on any package that I'm sending overseas. If you want to look up this, you'd have to look up the tariff number code guide, and you can find out what the tariff number is. You can click on all the options of what your item is it wood, blah blah blah, and then it will give you the tariff number that you need to add. That's a bit confusing. I'm not going to go into that in detail because that's something you probably have to research yourself or watch another video for. And then review the postage price, so you can just check how much it would cost. So United Kingdom, it would be £2 postage and the item is £8, so the total price would be £10. And then to Australia, the total price would be £18 because postage is £10 and so on. You can just kind of play around and see what that would cost. And then and then down the bottom here, you can either preview the listing, you can save it as a draft. So if you don't want to publish it yet to the public, but you want to save this listing to publish at another time, you can do that. Or you can press publish, and I'm just going to press publish because I want the listing to go up now. And then yeah, that means the listing is now live. So if I go on Etsy, if I look up my Etsy now on Google, the listing now should be on here. Computer's been a bit slow today. Here we go. So the listing is now up on my Etsy shop, and this is what it would look like. The description here. Yeah, that is it. That's just the basics, the very basics of how to upload an Etsy listing. If you have any questions, please put the questions in the comments below and I will answer as soon as I can, or just send me a message on social media or something and I'll be happy to help with any questions. Yeah, anything you want to ask. I hope you found this helpful. If you're just starting out with Etsy or you're thinking of starting an Etsy shop, I hope it was a little bit helpful to you. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.